Hey team, how are you guys? So I hope that you guys are ready to learn on how to brand yourself. And so as you can see, this is pre-recorded and I'm going to start the screen share right now, just so it takes some time to load. So basically today the rundown is we're going to talk about branding ourselves and why it's important and, why you should always represent yourself and not necessarily Beachbody. And then I want to give you guys a quick rundown of the game plan from September to January, and I want to talk about the historical low season and why it's actually a good thing for us coaches, why right now is the best time to be running your business. And then a quick rundown of September, just a couple reminders for you guys. So branding yourself, team call. Just a quick quote: your personal brand is a promise to your clients, a promise of quality, consistency, competency, and reliability. Even individuals need to develop a brand for themselves. Whatever your area expertise, you can take steps to make people think of you when they think of your field. And this plays with the fact that there's over 350,000 coaches, right? We all have the same exact products, but what's going to make someone want to buy from you and not anybody else? So what's going to make you stand out? You need to figure out what your brand is, what you stand for, and why people should come to you. So when you take a look at your social medias like your Facebook or your Instagram, you really want to look at it and judge it from the perspective of like someone being someone else coming onto your page and thinking, would I follow me? What makes me stand out is, do I offer value, or am I just posting random pictures for no reason? And, you can share free recipes, share tips, motivational quotes. You want to provide value at all times for no cost in exchange for followers, so that your followers can be in exchange for paid clients. You see what I'm saying? So your Facebook count, make sure you're always adding 3 to 5 new friends a day, expanding your network, and just constantly providing value to get people to share your stuff, to get people to comment. You want as much engagement as possible on your Facebook profile. It's kind of like a vehicle for people. You're kind of building a fitness community or like a motivational community or some kind of community on your Facebook. And then your Instagram is like, whatever you want to make it. Mine is all about fitness and motivation and clean eating and all that jazz. So, and really, take a good hard look. You want to look, if you need tips on Instagram, we have that team call for Instagram. You want to make sure your pictures are bright and they're your best quality photos. When you're taking progress photos, I just want to say, show your face in there. Make sure you're in the really light, bright room. If you have to step outside to take a picture, stand by a window, please do. I don't want to see any dark, over filtered, very brown looking photos. That just kills your Instagram feed and Facebook feed immediately, just so you guys know. So branding yourself. 7 questions that you want to ask yourself to figure out what your brand is and how to brand yourself. So the 7 questions is 1, what is your superpower? What do you do better than anyone else? 2 is, what are your top values? What do you do frequently? What do people frequently compliment you on or praise you for? What do people come to you for? What kind of advice do they ask you? What adjectives do people consistently use to describe you when they introduce you? How do you do what you do? What makes your approach unique? What energizes or ignites you? What are your true passions? So please pause me for just a second and actually write down these questions, and do the work. I'm going to share my example of how I answer my questions, but make sure you guys do this right now. It's really important to figure out what your brand is early on, and just know that your brand is going to evolve as you evolve as a coach. So of course, we go through life, life happens, things happen, and so our brand changes with those events. But you want to figure out your, a brand for yourself right now so that you know how it's going to evolve as it does. So my answer is just as an example, my superpower is my strong will and determination. If I say I'll do something, I will do whatever it takes to achieve that goal, and I want to attract similar minds into my life. I would say that I'm a serious go-getter, and my brand of the goal diggers reflects that. My top values is being a product of the product, so fitness. I value taking care of my body, excuse me, and being in the best shape that I can possibly be, the best version of myself, travel and living freely. I cannot wait to start traveling again, soon. Success, seeing, sharing both my success and my team's success and my challenger's success is something that I really value, because again, like, our business will not grow if your team is not successful, your challengers aren't seeing results, or you're not seeing results. Family, not neglecting them no matter how much I work, making time for them and showing that I value my family. Productivity and thinking like an entrepreneur, so feeding my mind with only the best stuff. I've In the last couple of weeks, I realized a lot of things, like a lot of TV shows, a lot of like novel kind of books, like leisure things, they have so much negativity in them. Like, for instance, please don't judge me, but I was a huge lover of watching like the teen mom shows. I don't know why. I guess in the past, like, it was interesting to just see like, oh my God, like, I should never, feel bad about my life because these people have it so much worse. And now I'm watching it, I'm like, geez, these people really need personal development in their life. Like, I just cannot handle anymore. And so, feeding my mind with only the good stuff. I'm always listening to podcasts. I stopped watching certain TV shows. Not that I have time for it or anything, but I read the best books that are only aimed at making me grow. I sign up for events. I go to Beachbody Super Saturday events. I go to Summit, and I just like really, really value productivity and kind of like thinking top notch kind of stuff, and just keeping my mindset as clean and positive as possible. And so people frequently compliment me on my persistence and dedication to fitness in my business. They also compliment me on how kind and giving I am, and that I never expect anything in return. People mostly come to me for fitness advice and staying motivated on their journey. Recently, it's been social media and branding help from my coaches. So as I've grown, coaches start coming to me and asking me for help. But most of the time, a lot of people tell me how they come to me for fitness advice. And then adjectives that most people would describe me as they introduce me, or just in general when they think of me, is kind, caring, motivated, determined, dedicated, funny sometimes, and consistent. And then what makes me unique is more of my consistency, and that I stick to no matter what when it comes to my daily life. And I want to show people that success is a matter of time and consistency. And then my true passions are fitness, travel, family, friends, and animals. Oh, and food. And so what do you do with your responses? So whatever I just responded, you're like, okay, cool. This is what I like to do. This is what describes me. This is what, this is what my life is all about. But what do I do with this? So creating an avatar. So you're going to hear, if you guys do a lot of personal development aimed at social media and how to grow your following and blah, 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 you're going to keep hearing about something called an avatar. So an avatar is a single person that you create. So you have to give this person a name. If you guys are Chalene Johnson followers, she has a name for her avatar. I have a name for my avatar that I'll show you. And so you create an avatar, like a person somewhere out there that you speak to. And when you post on social media, you only talk to this one person, just one. And then I guess if you do a coach avatar, like an ideal coach avatar and an ideal challenger avatar, before they sign up with you or after they sign up with you or whatever, you can have two in that case, but usually it'd just be one because, coaches and challengers would be similar. They go hand in hand together. And so you kind of want to pretty much create a similar version of yourself as you do this. So you want to give your avatar a name, characteristics, a personality, and a story. And when you post only to this one avatar, and your avatar is basically your filter. So a lot of people say, like, why would you just post directed at one person? Aren't you going to leave out the other people? Like, there's so many people you're going to leave out. That's the point. You want to create a filter because all the people that you leave out will never be your customers or coaches. They'll never be your audience. Your avatar is your audience. And so when you speak to your avatar, you're going to attract people exactly who you want to work with, because trust me, this business is way more fun when you attract people who you like and who you want to work with than people that you cannot relate to and you have no idea why you attracted them into your life. And it's because you never really targeted down your avatar, if that makes sense. So I'll show you an example that I just created in like 2 minutes flat while making this presentation. I actually have my official avatar somewhere in my Google Docs, but I kind of have her in my head. I have two, one for coach, one for challengers. But I'm just going to give you an example just so you guys can pause me again and figure out who your avatar is. So, create a separate one for coaches and challengers. So for instance, this is Casey. And what's cool is, we all know this is Miranda Kerr, but you can just find a picture of someone who you visualize as your ideal coach or customer, and this kind of helps you create that avatar. So when you're posting on social media, you can even visualize what they look like. So this is Casey. She's 24 years old. She's a recent college grad. And what else you'll realize is that a lot of this stuff that I wrote down over here is exactly where I was right before I joined Beachbody. So I'm speaking to basically myself, people like me, right before I joined Beachbody as a coach. So recent college grad and a brand new job, no children, outgoing introvert, likes adventures every now and then, but mostly low-key activities. She's in a long-term relationship. She wants to get healthy and fit, but doesn't know where to begin. She yo-yo dieted her entire life and went to extremes without realizing it. Has a very supportive boyfriend who encourages her to do what she feels will help her. She likes the gym, but she's sick of the commute. No motivation to work out at home because she's never really tried to stick with an at-home workout before. Probably overeating on the weekends and not eating enough on the weekdays. Never sees results. Very frustrated. And so, again, my avatar is very similar to where I was before I started my first Beachbody program. So I want to speak to my avatar when I'm posting. And this is who I want to work with. So, again, finding your avatar helps filter out people who you don't want to work with. So homework for this week. Again, creating your avatar, answering those questions, and share your avatar with us in our team page, and we can kind of help you figure out, we can either help you if you can't figure out like a couple things about your avatar you want to share with us, and so we can bounce back ideas and we can see if that's really, that really resembles who you want to target, who your audience is. So we'll kind of help you with that, but just make sure you do that this week. And so I guess it's a much shorter team call than I intended, which is perfect. So just the game plan for September to January, and I'm going to give a quick real talk towards you guys. So historically, the last quarter, so September, October, November, December, so September is kind of okay, but usually it slows down a lot in October. So this is historically like the slower months of Beachbody. So you're probably thinking, okay, that sucks, but actually it doesn't. I want to tell you guys that I signed up as a coach last February, and so I've seen the high seasons, I've seen the low seasons, I've seen the medium seasons, I've seen it all. So last year, from September to December, end of December, my coach Stephanie, on every single team call of the week, because people are getting discouraged, she kept telling us, do not get discouraged. Right now is the ultimate time to plant seeds for January 1st. Right now is also the ultimate time to focus on your transformation, because when January 1st comes around, and we all know what January 1st is, it's the resolution, New Year's resolution. People are going to they're going to realize that they went a little too hard on the holidays. They're going to realize that they put on some holiday weight. And they're going to be looking for a solution for that. And so who has a solution for that? You do. If you focus really hard on your transformation right now, and you really hype up our programs, especially Hammer and Chisel. So Hammer and Chisel comes out December 1st. And if you guys commit to that, and you guys can also do a 21-day fix Body Beast hybrid until then, if you really hype it up, you do your workouts, you focus on nutrition, and you show results, people, when January 1st comes around, they're going to think of you. No one else. They're going to be like, oh my God, Catherine stuck to her Insanity Max 30. She, excuse me, she is talking about some program called Hammer and Chisel. I see she started doing it. She's seeing great results. I need to talk to her. It's January 1st. My resolution is to get in the best shape of my life. I'm going to message Catherine right now. That's literally how it goes. January is probably like the craziest month of the Beachbody year. And that's, of course, because it's New Year's and everyone wants to get in shape. But you will not see that momentum in January. You think that you can just not do anything and wait till January to start really working the business and people are going to flock to you. They really aren't. They're going to go flocking to the coaches who were doing the work in November, in December, when everyone were pigging out in the holidays and they were doing their workouts. That's who they're going to go to. So another thing I want to talk about is that you guys are going to hear a lot of no's. And, because people are going to be traveling, it's going to be Thanksgiving, they'd rather gain weight, I don't know, whatever the reason is. Just know that this just means not right now, and it's not a serious no. And I want you guys to know always that for every 10 to 20 no's you get, you'll always get one yes. So my goal for you guys and my hope for you guys is that you guys go for as many no's as you possibly can from now until January. And I'm not saying that you won't get any customers or any coaches or on your team or anything. You're actually going to find people right now who are the most motivated, who don't care what's going around their surroundings. They want to, they're serious goal getters. So the coaches and customers that you sign up right now in the slow seasons are actually going to be your most dedicated and loyal customers and coaches, because they came on when no one else wants to work out and no one else really wants to work and everyone's enjoying themselves. So just know that right now is the perfect time to look for customers and coaches. And just know that the rest of them are going to come in January. So you have the potential to literally double or triple your income come January. And it's right now that you're going to set yourself up for tremendous success. So get to work the hardest as you can right now. Do not wait, just so you know. Trust me on this. Like, seriously, trust me. And so just a quick game plan for September. We have the 7-day BOD group starting tomorrow. My hope is that as coaches, your job is just to keep the challengers engaged. The group is open. I'm going to add everyone in tomorrow, whoever requests, and make sure you're whoever signed up with you guys, just make sure that they request. You give them the link to the group, ask them to request, and I will add them in tomorrow morning. Keep them engaged. And, the group is only 7 days long. So your goal by the 7th day is to follow up with everyone and, say, if you want to keep Beachbody on demand, like, the 30 days passes and they get charged. So if they want to keep that and keep that charge, or they want to commit to a different program, for instance, they tried out 21-Day Fix and they heard so many great things about it. They had a chance to do a workout. They got a preview to the meal plan. They want to commit. So those people, whoever just wants to commit to something, gets added into the main challenge group, whether it's your own challenge group or my challenge group. I don't care. All new coaches are welcome to run my challenge group with me. If you're more of a seasoned coach, please, start your own group. If you haven't already started your own group, right now is a perfect time. And sneak peek, we have a sneak peek on September 13th. That's next Sunday. You guys have to start promoting right now for it. And so promote every single day how Beachbody coaching has changed your life, at least one time a day, every single day this week. So perhaps tonight you post about just in general how excited you are about becoming a coach. Tomorrow you might post about how you're excited for something else. Thursday is our payday. You would post about how you're excited to get an extra paycheck for an extra tank of gas, or Beachbody covered your groceries this week, or something that just really piques people's interest. And what I always do during the week before sneak peek months is whatever post I make that's related to coaching, I'll always say, my team and I are starting a free 3-day sneak peek into what we do as coaches with zero obligations. All you have to do is come and learn and see for yourself if this opportunity is for you. That's what I'll put at the end of all of my posts. And usually I will get about 10 people per sneak peek. It just depends, when you start posting. So I would start posting right now as soon as you see this team call. Excuse me. And so this is going to run for 3 days. And then we do the follow-ups on Tuesday. So this is the perfect opportunity. If you're not yet Emerald, to become an Emerald coach, all you need is 2 coaches, 1 on each side. If you're pushing for Diamond, which I hope a lot of you are, and we'll be Diamond at the end of this month with our Diamond group, right? That's a perfect opportunity to expose the opportunity and in front of as many people as you can. And it's free and it's so easy to run. You guys just have to find people to put in there. So please start promoting that. And I think that is all done. So I'm going to stop the share. If you guys have any questions or anything, just post in the group. I'm going to post this recording right now. Do your homework, promote the groups, and keep the challengers engaged. And just know that you guys can really set yourself up for tremendous success starting right now. So get to work, guys. Bye. Have a good night.